I come from a family of a bunch of people who like to do artistic and creative stuff, photographers, people who enjoy calligraphy. I don't think that it was necessarily me watching them that got me into design or art. I just think it's kind of like a genetic thing in a way. But some of the things that my parents did were some of the things that fostered that. My mom used to work as a general manager at a publisher, and she would take me to work sometimes, and I loved it. I loved smelling the office. It's still one of my fondest memories, is to even just smell a book or to smell a magazine and to feel the paper and to enjoy that kind of tactile experience. My dad, he worked a government job at an embassy, but he loved calligraphy, and he would do calligraphy almost on a weekly basis. And so he really inspired me in that way. And he would always draw with me, and I would always ask him, like, can you help me draw? And I always wanted to draw horses and ships and people with beards, which I still do. That was one of the ways that he and I would spend time together, is through drawing. I pursued music for a long time, and in pursuing music, you end up pursuing other things in order to propel the music. So I had to make CD covers and videos and posters and flyers and t-shirts and stuff. What really pushed it over the edge was when I went to a really big show and I saw a ton of people wearing my t-shirt. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. I just made something that somebody wants to wear. Somebody wants to show it off. Somebody is connecting with this. This is part of somebody's identity. I think that was one of the things that really propelled me to pursuing design. I really enjoy coming up with logos. There are many things that are way more powerful than logos, but this kind of idea that I can create just a mark that signifies so much that people can hold on to and identify themselves with, or people can look at and have so much disdain toward. People love Starbucks, and they see the siren and they answer the siren's call and they run toward that Starbucks. People see a swastika, and it's in the same right a logo for something that's completely different and something that's meant so much negativity for so many people, really for all people. Just a symbol that can communicate that can make you feel something so deeply, like that's huge. My dad had a briefcase that had these two pockets when you opened it up, and those two pockets were completely lined with pens. And I used to love going in there and trying out the different pens and seeing what they did and seeing how they were different. Some were just super thin, a lot of architectural pens. I admired his collection, so much so he gave me a bunch of those pens. That started me on this obsession with stationery. The Zebra F701 specifically has always been a favorite of mine, and you get some wicked textures out of that stuff. That idea of of a fresh page that seems to be so scary to so many people. It's one of my favorite things, to just look at something that's a blank canvas, that's an opportunity for me to make something and to just put a line down and see what happens. I loved the idea of a pen on paper and just seeing the ink run down and just drawing till I can't draw anymore. If I'm doing something for myself, it's basically usually just me drawing a lot of lines and making something out of all those lines. These are the things that I'll spend hours on end doing, just sitting in front of this sheet of paper, and won't realize that 8 hours have just passed me by. Design is just where I love to be. I've always enjoyed it. I've always loved to create order out of chaos and to organize a thing, to make sense of it. As much as I can, I want to create beautiful things. I want to create things that make sense, that people can not only admire or appreciate, but find truly useful and truly beautiful. It's my happy place.